Hickok 45. We're going to shoot something today if we can find it. And I think I can feel it in my pocket. No, wait a minute. It feels too light. It feels too light in my pocket. Oh, it's a Pocketlite. Yeah. It might be light, but it does shoot. Yes, the little Mustang. Colt Mustang Pocketlite. Let's try something else like a cowboy. Yes. Let's take a look at this thing. This might be a little pistol that you're not quite as familiar with because it's a Colt, and when we think of all these wonderful little carry guns that people are buying these days, we typically don't think of the Colt Mustang. And you know, they reintroduced this thing, I don't know, I guess it's been a couple of years ago, and they had suspended production, you know, for a while, and people kind of forgot about it, rightly so. But now that it's back out, it's not a bad option. I've been meaning to get a hold of one here and just haven't done it. It's similar in a lot of ways to some of the SIGs, you know, the little SIG, what, a 930, I lose track of the numbers. We've done 2 or 3 of them, the 380, we've done the 9mm, and it's about 14 ounces, a little bit under, just like the Glock 42. So it is a light in the pocket. You don't really know. I carry the 42 a lot in that pocket holster. Same one I had this one stuck in, and you know, it's a little even loose in there, you know. So it's not really made for it, but it's you know, they're the same weight. That's the 42, and you know, so this one's actually a little shorter. We're not going to do a bunch of comparisons, but you give you an idea. You've seen these around. They've been around, and they're a little smaller actually than the 42, and they're about the same weight. Okay, here's a P38, John's 380 rather. Let's see there. You know, just give you an idea. Rough, a little bit bigger than that, but not a lot. And one of the advantages to it over, say, the car P380 is it's got a little wider grip, and you really do feel like you get a good handle on the thing. You know, it's easy to grip and shoot. You're not, if you have large hands especially, you don't feel like you're, okay, let me see if I can hold this little thing and, you know, get the right hold on it so I can shoot it. And it's a 1911 basically. Let me show you really quickly why it's 1911. You got your thumb safety there. They come with ambi. You can get one on both sides if you want. This one doesn't have it on the right side. You can reverse the mag release, and they come apart similar fashion. Make sure she's really clear because you got to grab a little bit. Right, there we go. Push the slide stop through. So if you like 1911s, this, just like the SIGs, might be an option. And by the way, this is a T&E gun from got the Series 80 firing pin block and all that kind of thing. So, you know, it's what you got. And I think a lot of people who really are fond of 1911s and maybe are accustomed to carrying the big ones, these sorts of guns appeal to them, just like the SIGs, as I was saying. There's some others out there. But this one, now the earlier ones, I think they came out in the early 90s. I had one, it was just like this, an early 90s version. And when I was helping as a reserve deputy in the county here, I used to carry one of these as a backup. And again, you hardly knew you had it, so it worked out pretty well. I usually wore a vest, one of those photographer's vests, and during that time period a lot, and I would just carry it in one of the hidden pockets, you know. So so they're just a pretty nice little gun. They typically work. I never did. I shot that one. I had a fair amount, and I've shot this one 200 times. John and I have, and. You know, so we're kind of in the break-in period, I guess. I have had a couple of malfunctions, and both of them were where I shot with one hand. Okay, I don't know if I can duplicate that today, but it was a failure to kind of extract. It was trying to load before it extracted or something. So it's kind of surprised me. But through most of the shooting, it's been very smooth and able to hit things wherever I want to hit them, generally speaking, except with the limitation of the sights. Let me load the mag. The sights need a little work. If I were keeping it, I would paint the front sight. It needs that badly, okay? So that would solve a lot of issues. So it's hard to pick up that front sight quickly And it's also difficult to even align it reasonably quickly because it's just a kind of a gray mass out there. But these guns are for up close and dirty. We had a couple other guns out here just for size comparison. We're not going to go into big weights and all that stuff with this gun. But you know, there's a J-frame. Just to give you an idea, we think of J-frames being pretty small. I think it's pretty big compared with that thing, doesn't it? But it's a small gun, and it's one that, again, I think a lot of people don't think about. You know, and they have made a few changes as they brought them back this go around. And they come in all variations. I think you can get a polymer frame and, you know, different, maybe even different sights. You can check the Colt website. There's just different options available. These are forged steel. The slide is the stainless steel, and it's cut, you know, from forged steel, whereas the earlier ones were cast aluminum, or not aluminum, but stainless steel. So, you know, a little more work goes into them, a little more money. They retail for, I think the MSRP is around $600, $599, something like that. So, nifty little gun, about as small as you can get in a 1911, right? There's a couple of cans that need to be shot. Yeah, I knew it. There's another cowboy. If I can hit that little thing. I guess I can, or else I didn't move it. Let's try a 2-liter here. We just have the 2 mags. That was interesting. Wow, so was that. 380, who knew? Okay, cowboy, you need a hit right in the center. Yeah, closer to, yeah, there we go. Yeah, sights are right on if you bear down with it, take your time. So, you know, pretty cool. Mainly, I wanted to make some of you aware of this. This is the season, isn't it? You see, I'm perspiring. Here I am. Of course, you never know. Next video, it might be snowing, right? No, knowing us. But because we do have control over the weather. Just today, I made a mistake when I got up. But you know what? I think I would like a warm day. It's been a little chilly. So I just, you know, snapped my fingers and we got it. A little warmer than I planned. Okay. But so what I was going to say there is that it is the warm weather season, and we're all looking for a small carry gun if we carry. And you may already have it. You may not be happy with the one you have. You may want to have 2 or 3 different choices. And if you're like me, that's kind of what you end up with. And switch around. I guess I am bad about switching out my pocket pistols. Okay, Fly. We have some heavy armament here. We can take care of you, buddy. But I am bad about that, probably more so than me. I do advocate sticking with one manual of arms, you know, the type of firearm you carry. Pocket hand pistols, same way in terms of pull and shoot. I like a pull and shoot gun. Before the video, I pulled this thing out and I didn't click the safety off. So, you know, that's the thing you get. If you're accustomed to that and that's all you carry, that's fine. You'll do it. You'll do it just fine. And it depends on how you carry this thing. You do have a firing pin block. You could carry it with the hammer and the half cock, I guess, you know, and it's not likely to get hit hard enough to hit the firing pin. And if it does hit the firing pin is not going to hit the primer unless the trigger is pulled, you know, so that's your choice. I still would probably carry it cocked and locked and in a good holster, I think, would be my choice. You know, I don't know. It does have really nice hammer serrations there. I mean, you can really grab that thing. So, you know, that would be your choice. One thing about it, if the safety is up, unlike a full-size, well, full-size, I think, 1911, yeah, you can still work. Let me see. Yeah, you can still work the slide with the safety on. Just getting at, yeah, trigger while pull. I believe the little SIGs are like that. So that's kind of weird if you're an old 1911 person. That's a different operation, isn't it? All right, let's take a couple of more. So anyway, it's just an option you might want to look at, you didn't know about or hadn't thought about. In the world of small 380s, automatic Colt pistol. This firearm has definitely earned the right to chamber that round, hasn't it? Because if you didn't know what 380 ACP it stands for 380 Automatic Colt Pistol. This is a Colt pistol, no doubt about that. Well, we have to put one on the gong, don't we? It takes all day. Safety off, yeah. It helps put a round in the chamber. All right, got him. All right, it's gong worthy. So, you know, just for kicks, let's take a couple shots at that chicken. I'm not even sure where it goes. This is one thing I do sometimes, though. It's hard to tell where it's hitting over there sometimes. You're shooting at the gong, but when you're shooting at the chicken, you can see your misses usually. Now, that last one was close. I'll take a couple more at it. I don't really expect to hit it. That's not very good confidence, is it? Not likely to hit a shooting that fast. One more magazine. Let's do the rapid fire drill, just for kicks. Okay, although there's not much kick. And that's another advantage of these types of guns in this 1911 style, the Colt Mustang, is that it's a lock breech system, unlike a lot of little blowback 380s that really have a little more recoil. So this is like your big boy 1911 has that same operation where the barrel drops a little bit once the pressure has been reduced to a certain level, and then the slide operates, and so you don't have any kind of, not that you have much recoil with any 380. You caught me loading 2 magazines, didn't you? Sorry, couldn't resist. All right, let's shoot a couple. Anything else about it I didn't tell you that you're dying to know that I am aware? Of course, there's an alloy frame. That's why it's light. That's why it's under 14 ounces. And yeah, it's just 1911-ish. Okay, we got 2 magazines. So you get, 6 plus 1, if I didn't say, and if you haven't been counting. So, like a lot of little 380s, 6 plus 1. And let's just put 6 on that coffin. Or try. All right, that might be the reaction if somebody is about to kill you. Right there, close. So yeah, little Pocketlite 380, another option. And I really don't know, of course I don't know what people are carrying, but I don't know of anybody I know that carries one of these. And again, there's so many choices out there that I think this one gets covered up a little bit. I don't know, you don't hear many people talking. There's not a lot of buzz about it that I hear. And so I just requested one from Buds. And well, we give it a little buzz. There's another option, especially you folks that live and die by the 1911, right? So anyway, we appreciate Bud sending that, and Federal furnishing the ammo for it. Check out the description in the video, as always, and Facebook, and keep up with things, please. I want you to pass this course. Life is good.